we're gonna talk about PS5 users. A lot of these, well, I guess PS4 users, a lot of these people haven't upgraded to the PS5 yet. Even though the system has been out for 4 years, half the accounts, half the PlayStation accounts are still on PS4. I mean, only half have transferred over to the PS5. So, very interesting. A lot of people don't want to get a PS5. They just say they're happy with the PS4, I guess. So this is coming from Kotaku. PS5 was 4 years into its life cycle, but only accounts for half of PlayStation Network users. We want to see why this is. Why is this happening right now? The PS5 was sold just over 59 million units since its launch in 2020, which is slightly less than PS4 sales in the same time frame, as it sold roughly 60 million consoles 4 years into its life cycle. And from the sound of it, those PS5s only account for roughly half of PlayStation active online users base. Okay. Sony PlayStation Network had 118 million active users as of March 31st, 2024. Pretty much, people aren't buying this thing like that. That's like, apparently the new Assassin's Creed Shadows is the first time Ubisoft has skipped lashing consoles. So if a lot of these games are going to be on PS4, then it's like, oh, do you really need a PS5? Like, these PS5 exclusives aren't really even that amazing like that. Like, this has been, like I said, this has probably been the worst generation for PlayStation in general. A lot of their games are cross-gen games. They don't even have too many like new major first-party games, especially like big AAA games like that. So, like, I can understand people still want to sell a PS4. Like, you don't gotta rush out to buy this thing right here. And the fact that they're doing a PS5 Pro is even crazier. Like, if you can barely get half your people to buy a PS5, like, it's probably the PS5 Pro numbers are gonna be just as atrocious. Like, well, that's a Sony for you. Apparently, they think just keep remastering the same game, like Last of Us Part 1 to the Infinity and Beyond, or Horizon Zero Dawn to Infinity and Beyond, especially with the Lego version that's rumored. I can see why the people aren't getting the PS5. They don't want to play The Last of Us for the thousandth time, or they want to play the Horizon Zero Dawn for the thousandth time, especially not a Lego version. So I can see why the numbers are like that, but hey, just my opinion. Let's see what people got to say about this right here. PS5 has no games. What does that say? Just remakes and HD collections. Boring system. Not everyone has $400 to $500 to drop right away on things like that, or they're waiting for sales or something they want. And it's kind of crazy too how the PS5 hasn't even got a price drop. It's like it got a price increase, which is weird. Usually systems get a price drop over time, but this system did the opposite. It increased in price. Like, that's just crazy. But yeah, it's not going down in price. They're raising the prices of it. It's like the audience is speaking with their wallets. They don't want to buy it. The half of the audience don't want to buy the thing. So there you go. Pointless and no games. PS3 and PS4 had better/more games available on the systems. PS5 is just a PS4, just bigger. I kind of have to agree. Like, I had more fun with the PS4 generation, and even more fun with the PS3 generation than the PS5 generation by far. Everyone is switching to PC. I mean, then Sony has made it a point that you can just wait a little bit for their big games to come to PC. So definitely not a big reason to get a PS5 exclusively. And nothing guarantees the upgrade to a PS5 either. Time for a price drop. Yeah, they definitely need to get on a price drop. They need to get all this weirdo activity by increasing the price and actually decrease the price that people can buy into their system. First it was fighting the scalpers, then it was just too expensive to justify with the cost of things right now. I've had the PS5 for 3 years now. You aren't missing anything. I kinda have to agree. I'm trying to think of like the PS5 experiences. I was like, I kind of could have stuck with the PS4 Pro I had last generation. Like, I didn't really get a PS5. It's like, especially the first party wise, there's nothing that's like really sticking out that I really need to play for a PS5, honestly. This doesn't really surprise me. If they keep making games for PS4, then some folks might not see a reason to upgrade. Pretty much. 3 years of scalping, Rush Games, DEI, and ESG Censorship, overpriced remakes, Sony registration for PC games. I'd rather stay with the PS4 than upgrade. PS4 is goated, never upgrading. Okay. So yeah, there's a lot more love for the PS4 than the PS5, which, you know, I think it's gonna change when your GTA 5 comes, GTA 6 comes out. I think that's gonna change a lot of people to buy the next generation PS5. But it's sad that a third-party AAA game is gonna do that, because honestly, I think the GTA 6 is gonna get people to buy a PS5 or the new Xbox Series X. I don't think there's gonna be any PlayStation games, which is kind of crazy. That PlayStation is pretty much relying on third-party games like GTA to sell their system, but not their own games. They can't sell a PS5 for a Sony exclusive game, which is crazy. Upgrade to what exactly? Most of the games are PS4 games. The PS5 is easily the worst PlayStation that Sony has ever released. It's funny because when I say that, I'm just a fanboy. But when these are honest opinions of people I don't see waving no fanboy flag or whatever. They're just these people's honest opinions about this generation of PlayStation. So it's the worst PlayStation that Sony has ever released. So, very interesting. I can't believe it even sold 1 million less. Sony is going bankrupt. Seems like the meme still holds up even years later. What does this meme say? PS5 is stronger than most PCs, but do most PlayStation players own a PS5? Nope, do not. A few things here. Sony let scalpers take up the entire inventory. Sony raised the prices in other regions. Sony let weirdos with cult-like ideologies take over. They gave the Japanese the middle finger. People not too happy about them closing down those Japanese studios. PS5 has no first-party games, so why should they? As someone who loved the PS1 generation, a lot of PS2, yeah, I think the PS2 is probably the best PlayStation generation by far. I can say that the lack of variety and use of in-house IPs caused this. And when there was the last time anyone gave... I don't know who this person is. So currently there's only 12 games you can only play with a PS5, however. 2 of the 12 haven't released yet. One is a VR game, and another one is a tech demo that comes with the PS5. Yeah, for real, it's so crazy that people wouldn't want to spend $6 to play 8 games. Yeah, this is the list of games. Astro's Playroom, a glorified tech demo, which, you know, Sony fanboys are going crazy about that, but I think the average person was like, hey, this is some gimmicky nonsense right here. A VR game, Demon's Souls, which is a PS3 game with better coat of paint. Destruction All-Stars, a flopperoonie right there. Rebirth, once again, it's not PlayStation, that's Square Enix, so give Square Enix a pat on the back. Horizon Call of the Mountain, a VR game. Wolverine, which, I mean, I guess that can get people to buy it, but once again, I guess, I'm giving them credit for that. That's Insomniac, that's at least the studio they own that's making this game. Quantum Error, really? I don't even know what game that even is. What game? Is that the one that was a firefighter? I don't know what this is. Rise of the Ronin, that didn't do too well. And Silent Hill, Spider-Man 2, and Stellar Blade. Yeah, it's not too much of a reason to get a PS5, to be honest, with this little list right there. So I can see that people aren't upgraded, so it's not a shocker to me. Sony needs to do better. At least more exclusive games, more first-party games that makes me want to buy the system. Other than that, a lot of people are going to stick with the original PS4. And I don't know how they think the PS5 Pro is going to sell. Like, I think that's just a waste of technology, waste of manpower making that thing. I think that thing's going to flop horribly. So, just my thoughts, but definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this. Why do you think half of the PlayStation players still haven't got upgraded to the PS5 yet? Why are they mostly just sticking to the PS4? Definitely want to know your thoughts down below. Leave a like if you like this video, and as always, thanks for watching, and peace.